We are back with Clapp, a physician assistant with Cone Health Primary Care at Forest Oaks. We're talking about ways to manage blood sugar, especially when it comes to nutrition. So I am sure that there are some hidden sugars and things that we don't even take account of.
Absolutely, Dania. I would say the biggest ones are going to be your beverages. So, of course, down here in the South, that's going to be our sweet teas, flavored coffees, sports drinks, and even certain juices can contain a tremendous amount of sugar. They also contain empty calories, meaning we're consuming 200 and 300 calories at a time in some of these drinks without making us feel full. Um, some of those sugars can show up in things that we may not even consider, things like sauces, salad dressings, and even flavored yogurts that are marketed to be healthy. So, one of the biggest pieces of advice that I like to give my patients is when you're at the grocery store shopping, try not to look for the word sugar on the front, actually flip it over on the back and read that nutrition label.
Yeah, because it may say low sugar, but compared to what, right? Okay, so
Correct.
we talked about some like beverages and foods that, maybe have the hidden sugars. What about some food or beverages that can help stabilize our blood sugar?
Yes. So when I am coaching my patients on how to stabilize some of those blood sugar spikes throughout the day, I usually try to encourage them to compare or to pair those carbohydrates with things like a protein source, a fiber source, or a source of healthy fat. So when you combine that carbohydrate with one of those other foods, it helps the body slow digestion so that we don't have that rapid spike in blood sugar right after a meal. Just for an example, instead of eating an apple by itself, that would probably spike a blood sugar for a type 2 diabetic, adding some peanut butter with that as a carb source to slow digestion and prevent that huge spike is really key for some of my type 2 diabetics.
Gotcha. I'm glad you gave an example because that was going to be the next question that I asked. Give me an example of that. Okay. Now,
Sure.
continuous glucose monitors, they're getting much more popular. You see the commercials for them all the time. What should people
Oh, yeah.
know about them and when should they consider using them?
So, continuous glucose monitors are becoming so popular, and I'm so thankful for them. Um, now have indications not just for type 1 diabetics, but also for type 2 diabetics, because no matter what type of diabetes you have, it's important that you have the ability to manage your blood sugar. I would say for patients, the biggest benefit to the continuous glucose monitor is that they are not pricking their finger 3 and 4 times a day. When you think about 3 and 4 times a day for years at a time, that adds up and your fingers hurt. So having that continuous glucose monitor on the back of the arm means one stick every 15 days, with the option to still check your blood sugar when you need it. I would say they're definitely important for patients that are on insulin, but they're becoming more useful for patients that are not on insulin but are interested in managing their blood sugar. The way that I explain what a continuous glucose monitor is to some of my patients is that a finger stick, checking a blood glucose with a finger stick, is more like a snapshot. A continuous glucose monitor gives us the full movie.
Gotcha. And can maybe help with treatment and things of that nature. We appreciate your time, your expertise. All of this is going to be in the To Your Well-Being section of our website.